The Hindu god Rama or Sri Ramachandra could have been a king who lived in ancient India. The only way that we can ascertain that is through historical and archaeological studies. But all Hindus, including me, believe that Sri Rama lived and ruled Ayodhya on the banks of Sarayu River. And the place that we believe to be the birthplace of Sri Rama has been a center of worship from ancient times. And sources say that there was worship of Sri Rama even after the masjid was built, especially on auspicious days. Now, how can I say that Ram Janmabhoomi was a center of worship from ancient times with such surety, especially when for decades we were contesting that claim? Yes, today we have a Ram Mandir where the Ram Lalla resides, but we also have two separate ASI excavations that proved the remains of temples or pre-existing spiritual structures inside Babri Masjid or beneath Babri Masjid. The excavations that we really don't talk about, so we will talk about them in this video. Comment if you already know about any of them. B.B. Lal served as the Director General of ASI from 1968 to 1972. In 1975, he conducted the Archeology of Ramayana Sites, which was funded by the ASI. It included excavations in 5 sites that were mentioned in Ramayana: Ayodhya, Bharadwaj Ashram, Nandigram, Chitrakoot and Sringavirapura. In his book Rama, His Historicity, Mandir and Sedu, Professor B.B. Lal says this: attached to the piers of the Babri Masjid there were 12 stone pillars, which not only carried typical Hindu motifs and moldings, but also figures of Hindu deities. Pillars were not the integral part of masjid, but were foreign to it. K.K. Muhammad, who was a student at the time, was also present in this excavation, later on revealed. They found Ashtamangala Chinnas inside the mosque, which were Hindu motifs and symbols of prosperity and so on, much before they found these pillars. He was quite criticized for his controversial claims, which he revealed much later on in the 1990s. In the official ASI journal about the excavations in Ayodhya, B.B. Lal wrote that the finds were devoid of any special interest. In 1989, Lal only talks about 4 pillar bases without revealing any more information. But it was only after his retirement in 1990 that he wrote in an RSS magazine that he had found temple remains inside the mosque. And his book Rama, His Historicity, Mandir and Sedu, Evidence of Literature, Archaeology and Other Sciences, came out only in 2008. So a lot of time passed between the initial excavation and the revelation that there were temple remains inside the mosque. And that understandably gave way to a lot of criticism. For that, he was called an archaeological jingoist, irrational, communal. He was accused of manufacturing evidence, saffronizing history, seeking political gains, so on and so forth. It really didn't matter if B.B. Lal was a good, trustworthy archaeologist or not. Right away, his excavations and his findings were riddled with controversy. So we cannot use that as a credible, reliable source for any decision making whatsoever. Now, we often forget that Ram Mandir issue has actually been settled in the court. All sites talking about the Ram Mandir issue seem to forget that. I wonder why. But the Allahabad High Court ordered another ASI excavation in the same place, one that ended all the doubts. Excavation, which was presided by Dr. B.R. Mani, and it was witnessed by a lot of important personalities from the academics, media political parties and so on. And one of those people who were present during the excavation, Sandeepan Dey, he wrote this article right after he emerged out of this disputed site where the excavation was happening. And apparently when he wrote this piece, it became a huge political controversy because he was apparently a left-leaning person from West Bengal writing about the evidence in the excavation. We will get to that now. So the ASI team dug through that site at least until 10 meters deep. And when they reached 5 meters, they found all these items. A coin from the time of Akbar, glazed pottery, copper seal showing a palm tree and a peacock, many decorated stone pieces, glass pieces, dozens of terracotta pieces with human and animal figurines, broken wheels, bone engravers, and most important of all, this piece of stone slab which had the inscription of Ram. And when the archaeologists and historians studied these items found from the excavation site or from the site where the Babri Mosque once stood, they were able to find items that dated back up until 1000 BCE. From there it goes to the Shunga period, the Kushan period, Gupta era, and then obviously the 11th and 12th century CE. And when the Supreme Court gave the Hindu faction the permit to build this temple, it was based on this excavation report by the ASI. Because the 2003 excavation report proves beyond any doubt that the mosque built by Mirbaki on the order of Babur was not on any plain field or a plain piece of land, but a place which had a long history. And the mosque effectively stood on the remains of thousands of years of history, which include Hindu, Jaina, and Buddha traditions. Most people know about the B.P. Lal and K.K. Mohammed's findings and the ASI excavation that they did, thanks to the right-wing's agenda and propaganda of rewriting or saffronizing history. But the 2003 excavation is almost never talked about because it has a complete, conclusive and legitimate proof that Ayodhya or Ram Janmabhoomi was a place of worship before Babur built Babri Masjid. It was already a very significant place of pilgrimage, worship and culture, as many Hindus believe. So in case you didn't know, now you know. Let me end this video by quoting Sandeepan Dey's article, The Secret Shrine. On May 16th, near the main gate of Babri Masjid complex, skeletons were found at 20 cm, 30 cm and 56 cm below the ground. One of them was in a slightly curled up position, two of them were touching. Clearly they were not graves. Who were these unfortunate people then, lying just 8 inches under our feet? A very plausible explanation: they were car savers involved in the December 6 demolition. Martyrdom or irony? Like almost everything else about the Ram Janmabhoomi issue, it all depends on which side you are on. But I think the most important thing today is that this issue is officially resolved, or it will be resolved for good when the mosque is also opened. And the resolution came not through more violence and genocides and riots, but through a constitutional or judicial process based on facts and debates on them. I cannot stress this enough. And I think in all the conversations that we have about Ram Mandir, we need to talk about this fact and how important that is for the future of our country and its communal harmony. So that's it for this video. Next week I will definitely be back with Gandhi versus Bose debate. So tune in, subscribe to this channel, hit the like button as well if you like this video. Until next time, have an awesome time. Thank you. Hi guys, and here is the first book I have written, Life in a Ziploc Bag. Please check it out on Amazon or Flipkart. And it's also available for direct buying from the publisher itself. All these links are given in the description. Grab your copy now. Thank you.